Ba-ding. Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, my 15th time trying to start recording this. I have had such issues as the last time, just before here, I went and forgot what I say in the morning and just stared like a deer in headlights at the camera. Thumbs up. It is starting to become a sunny day. The cloud cover that was there this morning when it was all gray and chill and foggy is burning off. So, oh, I had a message from somewhere. Yay. But still, front loading of videos. Hey, if you could toss me a like, that'd be very cool. If you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be very awesome. If you could leave me a comment, that would be double plus good. And I would like to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons, but these 4 people as well, especially since I cannot put all my patrons up on screen because I'm using Share Factor on the PlayStation 4. Thank you all, each and every one of you that helps me and my aging pet metabolize. If you would like to help me and my aging pet metabolize, I have links to my Patreon in the video description, along with a PayPal for possible donations, and an Amazon wishlist link that now that I'm starting to feel better, hopefully I can push through my executive dysfunction and update. Yay! Front loading of videos over. Oh boy, yeah, it's been a great day. I have literally had to start where I have been fine, started to record, and then big catch in my throat. Okay, had to stop. Cough, had to blow my nose because I coughed, had to wipe my eyes because I blew my nose because I coughed, and then immediately everything's great, start recording, and then something else happens. So it's a day. It's fun being organic. And I have somebody who messaged me on Facebook because I forgot to turn Facebook off while I was keeping my comments from the past 24 hours in the browser. Yay. I don't have a lot to talk about, while at the same time I sort of do. So my leg is feeling better. It is not as swollen, not as discolored, and not as tender. I am cautiously optimistic. I am nowhere out of the woods. It is still tender, but less so. While there is generalized swelling, you can still see my calf muscle, my leg swells out where the calf is, comes inward a bit, and then just straight down. But at least there's some form of leg definition, even at the end of the day when I went to bed. So not bad. That's better than it's been. And previously up to here, there has been the generalized leg swelling, and it's come down and then had extra swelling around the ankle where the infection was. That hasn't been there for about 2 days now. There is no localized swelling from where the infection is. It is just all generalized swelling. And, of course, that might not be because of right now the infection, because the cellulitis on the length I've had it there probably re-damaged the lymph system and from the knee to my foot in that leg, so it's going to swell up still and again. So yay. I'm not so worried about that swelling. I don't like it, but I'm not really worried about it. Now, I did walk to Walmart last night, 6-mile round trip. Yeah, my ankle was giving me, you have an infection pain when I got to Walmart. But when I slowed down and started to take time to look at the things I needed to buy, that went away. And while I got sore again on the walk back, as soon as I got in the house here and slowed down, it went away. So it wasn't horrific pain, but it was present. So I'm not out of the woods, but I am still very cautiously, very optimistic. So thumbs up on that. I am still sick. I had a lot of falling asleep yesterday, which made motivation and all that difficult. Because unfortunately, I have apnea. I also have sleep apnea. I tend to stop breathing when I fall asleep. Thing is, that's not the only time that happens. I will have periods where my brain forgets to tell my lungs to breathe while I'm awake. I notice it because I'm getting short of breath because I'm not breathing. And then for about 30-40 seconds, I have to manually breathe or I don't. And then my body picks it back up and I start breathing without thinking about it again. So yeah, that happens when I'm not sleeping. That's not the way I meant to say it. That happens when I am sleeping and when I'm not sleeping. So when it happens when I'm sleeping, my head, I have loud tinnitus anyway, but it is louder because of that. I have ADHD tinnitus, yay. And then after I fall asleep and wake up, it is just louder, and my outer extremities tingle, my fingers and toes, usually at the very least, sometimes all the way up to my elbows and my knees. I wake up really groggy at that time. Oh boy, hypoxia, no oxygen is fun. It is a strain on your heart and your brain and your lungs, yay. So I had some of that going on yesterday, and I tried to record something finally, the game CULTIC. And I was recording it on the laptop, and it plays, and it even records. It was recording half the time at a semi-solid and standard 30 frames per second, and then for the second half of it, it jumped up to close to 60 frames per second recording. Now, when it says it's doing that and I play it back on my video recorder, it ain't 60 frames a second. It's closer to 30, 40, or 25. But at least you can watch it and it's not absolutely horrendous, just a slideshow. Unfortunately, and I had known that this might happen, the last time I recorded something with Bandicam off the laptop and got the audio with it as well, the audio was not wonderful. You could still hear it, and it worked, but it wasn't great. Well, this time it just failed entirely. I would go like, well, howdy, 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 nearly. See ya. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome. The game CULTIC. And I was like, oh no. And it was like that the entire time. I was thinking I should probably have Share Factory running and then sync the video that I'm recording with the audio that I'm recording, but I didn't because I was hoping. Foolish me. It destroyed my motivation for the rest of the day. But then, that's easy to do anyway. My emotional stability is, all of us, our mental stability, whether you're having a good day, bad day, your emotional stability, good day, bad day, all that stuff is like a plate that is spinning on a pole. And as long as things are running fine, it's going to go well. And if you keep it spinning fast, it's not going to wobble, it's going to spin. I'm usually on the wibble wobble level at a good point, and then when something bad happens, it's like grabbing it, letting go. It just goes flap and falls down. So when I have some emotional thing happen to me that is bad, like recording and losing 40 minutes of video, I am still fighting this. It's getting better. The last 2 days I have woke up feeling much more motivated and more full of energy than I have for a month and a half. So, where was I going with that? Oh yes, the recording and motivation. So while I'm feeling better, I am still fighting that, and it did wipe out my motivation when it was all gone. I still plan on doing some CULTIC recording because I want to show that off, but also, when I was done, I also was going, oh no, because it's the full release of Chapter 1, and I already played the demo. And the first part of the game is the demo. And so all the stuff I had done, I had already done. And so I was just unsure of whether I should do it anyway. And then the audio issues just slammed me from behind with a freight train. I couldn't recover. Yay. And then, of course, walking to Walmart and back, I was unsure if I should be stupidly stubborn and do it or not. This is all of a sudden itchy. I'm hoping it's not going to stay itchy. My skin and all that occasionally gets where it'll be so itchy, I'll scratch it, and then I get little petechiae. It looks like a bruise there. A bunch of little burst capillaries and stuff. Thumbs up for that. But I took the walk to Walmart, and everything worked out well that way. I tried to think, DualShock 4 disconnected. I tried to think about creative stuff while I was on my way, and I did some, but it was generally going over stuff that I'd already thought of to make sure it's not forgotten and to make sure it's all consistent with I'm constantly coming up with new explorations and new figuring out things about my settings, so things that I thought of in the beginning are going to be incompatible with what the newer revised setting is. So I go through the past and I look at these things and walk through them. I can't even remember at this moment what it was that I was thinking about last night. I'm looking on my list to see if it opens. See if I've got anything written down about it, but I'll see if I can get to that. So yeah, it was a day, and I didn't get much done, and my emotional stability took a solid hit. But at least I'm cautiously optimistic. So taking a look on the rest of the list, about 2 things that I want to talk about real quick as real silly stuff. On Drive-Thru RPG, you can get not just wargaming rules, but you can get solo wargaming rules. 2 of them are, one being something I think it's called Blood Chronicles. It is kind of a beginner solo wargaming, but you get your miniatures and you move them as groups, and there's rules, for melee and ranged and how you move and cover, and there's also the AI rules to be the opposite side. They're pretty simple. They're only like 4, 5, 6 pages for the actual rules. And then they have some supplements, one of which is extra armies, and the other supplement is how to create your own armies so that the game doesn't just die upon release. You can add your own material to it. So that one's pretty cool, but it's an older one. There is a semi-new one that's called 5 Leagues from the Borders, or 5 Leagues from the Borderlands. Of course, my memory, I can't remember exactly. But it too is a solo wargaming role-playing game. In that it's not just, rules for moving your little figures about, but you're also role-playing it as a group of mercenaries. So you're micromanaging and taking care of the individual characters. They're not just a faceless part of Group B. It's, okay, I've got these 5 characters, I know all of their names and backgrounds, and this is how their skills are developing as they get better in this group. So that's pretty cool, especially since if they die, it's not the end of the game. Yeah, everyone's sad because one of their guys died, but you get a newbie to come in and replace him in the mercenary band. It looks to be pretty cool. I want to give it a shot. I need to print it out, of course, so I have to wait until next month with my $44 of free printing up at the library. So, yay on that. And let's see what I have else is on my list. Yes, one of the other things is I watched a video about the game Red Dead Redemption, the first one. I bought it when it first came out. And then I lost parts of it, and now I rebought it ages ago. And I can't remember if it's for the 360 I have it, and it runs on emulation on the Xbox. But I watched a video about the Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare portion of it. I'm particular in some ways in that I usually can't play the second part of something until I finish the first. And if I never finish the first part, I never tried the second. I watched the video on the Undead Nightmare thing, and it looks good with the way the zombies are. Good and frustrating in a good way as well. You can maintain towns. You can free the towns and free people. But they might not stay that way because there's always zombies and they're always showing up. And some of your safe towns might start getting overrun unless you're all maintaining them. So you got to make sure you maintain them or you could lose them. Looks to be pretty cool. Definitely thumbs up. Anything else on here? Yeah, that's the only thing I was just trying to think of when I was walking along, was thinking about the Bedlam. Why did I take these off? The Bedlam, Hotchkiss, and Macabre traveling carnival and exotic performance spectacle. I've been trying hard to think on that one and not really been able to. It's been tough being creative at all this past month and a half. But yeah, that's roughly it. Past that, I have been surviving, and hopefully you are surviving as well. I don't have anything really big, and so these past couple days that I've gone like 25 minutes, now I'm at 15, and I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank how many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended, and even though I count in American Sign Language, I'm not even paying attention to that anymore. It's basically stimming because I am on the autism spectrum. Thumbs up for that. Let me call up my Chrome. Now I can take my glasses off so I can see at this distance. Oh yeah, here's one thing that was really weird. You can't see the bruising anymore, but the other day I had bad bruise right here on this part. You can almost see it. It's a little bit darker. That part of the bruise is faded. It didn't hurt, but it was like, what the heck did I do to my finger that I bruised it up so badly? And then last night I noticed that there was a bruise here on the side of my hand. What the heck did I slam my hand into? Good golly, Miss Molly. We have Jesse Koskinen. It is good to see you in the comments, and oh boy, it's been a fun time. There is Castro, thumbs up and thank you. It's Roulette, thumbs up, greatly appreciated. Good to see you in the comments. Jay, J-A-Y-Y. Yeah, I had some trouble saying Kung Fu Poo. And then there is Austin Shoemaker, thumbs up and thank you. Larry from Space, good to see you in the comments. Clancy R, thumbs up. And it's weird editing with a controller, but once you get used to it, it actually is not really intuitive, but it's not bad. There is Shinra, greatly appreciated. And oh, unfortunately with my back, if I lay on my back, my legs go numb and I am in agony. And then with my neck, I can't turn my head side to side far enough to be able to lie on my stomach. If I'm going to sleep, I have to be on my side. For the longest time, I could only sleep on my left. That got old really, really fast. There is Alexei. I don't know if it's pronounced Cyrillic, however, but it's written in like a Cyrillic, but I ran it through Google Translate, and it's Alexei. So thumbs up, thank you. And Chris, greatly appreciated, and good to see you. Boy, back issues are fun, aren't they? RJ Mitchell, I hope they continue getting better. That would be good, and it's good to see you as well. Hopefully you enjoy Kung Fu Panda 2. There is Big Mosley, thumbs up and thank you. Nixor, I hope things get well. This was a day ago. You were going to go into dialysis. I haven't heard from you since, so I hope it went well and it's just insomnia and sleeping. Well, thank you very much, each and every one of you. You got me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and that is a very, very good thing, a definite thumbs up. I am just going to try and take it easy today to try to vacuum in here. That would be a good thing, which means I need to move a lot of stuff. Oh, joy! So I'm not sure because my leg is better, but not... what's the word? It's better, but not best. It's healing, but not fully healed. There we go. Hopefully you can get done the things that you want to get done, and if you can't, don't beat yourself up. Survival is important. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. And again, soon, very, very soon, I'm going to come up with some sort of routine to end the video instead of just sort of fading out lamely, because I'm editing with this and I have to turn it off by pressing the cross button. So, hopefully soon, because funny as it was when it first started, I don't think it's all that funny anymore. It could be just me though.